polls opened in the United Kingdom earlier today, where millions are going to vote in what's considered to be a pivotal election for the country that could see the Conservative Party, which has been in power in the United Kingdom for the last 14 years, face a historic loss. The Conservative Party, according to opinion polls published earlier this week, may struggle to finish second with the Liberal Democrats, the normal centrist party, which has fared badly after the 2010 polls, stands a good chance of regaining about 60 to 65 seats. Hello and welcome to the Print Instant Analysis. In this episode, I will be looking at the British parliamentary elections, which have been scheduled for today, and what changes that this could mean for the United Kingdom going forward. The end of the 14-year rule of the Conservative Party comes after years of austerity, Brexit, the COVID pandemic, and what is considered to be an exhausted Conservative Party, which is expected to see 15 or 16 sitting cabinet ministers lose their own seats. Their challenger, the Labour Party, headed by former prosecutor Keir Starmer, is projected to win a historic majority of over 480 seats going by these opinion polls. This kind of a washout comes after the Conservatives, which first came to power in 2010, replacing the Labour Party, then led by David Cameron, has since won two majorities, once in 2015 and then once again in 2019 under previous Prime Ministers David Cameron and Boris Johnson, as well as led a coalition government with the Liberal Democrats between 2010 and 2015, the first in British history since World War II, or signed a confidence in supply agreement with the Democratic Unionist Party to maintain power in 2017. The party, the first led by Cameron in 2010, saw austerity which impacted almost every segment of the United Kingdom. 40,000 less soldiers, 20,000 less police officers, freezes on benefits. The idea was that at the end of the global financial crisis of 2008, that Britain needed to cut its spending to balance budgets. While these cuts extended all across the United Kingdom, expecting a tight race in 2015, the Conservative Party under Cameron, however, came back with a majority, showing broad-based support for his government. He, however, lost the Brexit referendum in 2016, after which he resigned and saw Theresa May come to power with the Conservatives. Theresa May called for a snap election in 2017 with the hope of increasing her majority to get Brexit done. That, however, failed. Short of a majority by 8 seats, she had to sign a confidence in supply agreement with the Northern Irish Democratic Unionist Party. And after failing to get her Brexit bills through the House of Commons in the United Kingdom, she also resigned, seeing former London Mayor Boris Johnson come to power. He won an 80-seat majority in 2019, which brings us to a question as to why is the Conservative Party today trailing by almost 20 percentage points to the Labour Party. The reason is twofold. Boris Johnson's term between 2019 and 2022 was considered to be scandal-ridden, which is quite normal if one knows Boris Johnson and his history of leadership. However, two major scandals, the first being Partygate, where he was accused of misleading the House of Commons for holding office parties, him and his staff, in 10 Downing Street, when the country was under strict COVID regulations, preventing this for the rest of the citizens of the country. An investigation into Partygate eventually led to Boris Johnson resigning as a member of parliament in July last year, saying that he was forced out of the parliament. But while this scandal affected the Conservatives, what really hit them was Pinchergate, where Boris Johnson was accused of appointing a Conservative MP with known sexual assault allegations against him as the deputy whip of the party. The party tore itself apart, with ministers resigning en masse, leading to Liz Truss, who won the election to lead the party and became Prime Minister, the shortest Prime Minister in the history of the United Kingdom, for 49 days. Her mini budget roiled the financial markets caused a mini financial crisis and led to Truss losing support from the party that brought Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor under Boris Johnson, to the seat at 10 Downing Street. However, Sunak's term over the last 2 years has seen high inflation, costs, the Ukraine-Russia war, multiple issues, which has seen him lose support, and for the most part of his premiership has been trailing the Labour Party in opinion polling by about 20%. He's promised in this set of elections for cuts to taxes, for preventing illegal immigration, and for deporting illegal immigrants to Rwanda. Much criticized policies, which then brings us to Keir Starmer. Mr. Starmer, former prosecutor, took the reins of the Labour Party in 2020 and has been the leader of opposition for the last 4 years. During his term as the leader of opposition, he has brought the party back to the centre. He's promised to cut waiting times at the NHS, he's promised to create a new border security guard, and amongst other things, Mr. Starmer is seen to be change to the Conservative Party, which has seen 3 prime ministers in the last 2.5 years alone. But the 2 other parties in these elections, the Reform Party led by Nigel Farage, the far-right party, has been or is expected to siphon votes from the Conservatives, which could further hurt the number of seats the Conservatives win, while the Liberal Democrats, led by Ed Davey, has seen him, the leader of the party, do outlandish stunts to get into the news. Mr. Davey's gone bungee jumping, he's gone driving tractors across Britain, gone paddle boarding, with the simple message, why not vote for the Liberal Democrats? It is in this situation that Britain finds itself, and more will be understood after 10 p.m. today British time. That is all for me. Thank you for tuning in to the Print Instant Analysis. Subscribe below for more such news and analysis.